despite identifying 28 individuals that are deemed inadmissible, only one person has been removed from Canada since 2022. Is that correct?
Again, I don't have the number in front of me, but
Why? So
What do you
assuming
think
those
you're
numbers
there?
are correct, because the numbers were provided by your agency,
Sure.
CBSA, to the Globe and Mail, why is the enforcement rate so low?
Listen.
we have to keep in mind that the whole system is predicated on due process. So we start with an allegation where we write a report. It's reviewed by a senior officer to decide if there's enough evidence to refer it to the board for a determination of admissibility.
Oh, yeah.
It would then go to the board to be scheduled for a hearing. I can't speak to the processes at the board. My colleagues can.
That's fine.
If a decision is that the person is inadmissible, then of course, you have appeal, different review mechanisms that exist for people. And then once those are all taken care of, then we would remove them from Canada.
So what exactly is preventing the CBSA from
Listen to this.
removing these individuals that have already gone through the IRB due process that exists, so that have been already ordered deported?
So if they've been ordered deported, then you get into the mechanisms of having to be able to remove them. So I can tell you what one of the big problems today, on today's date, would be is access to flights into Iran.
Okay,
So-
that's good. It goes on
Given
for
the
5 minutes. That's fine, Olivia. So access to flights. In 4 years, the problem with getting a flight into Iran is like 90 seconds old.
Right.
Why haven't you deported dozens of these people in advance? He's saying, oh, they are subject to due process. First of all, I don't care. I don't care. No, you don't. If you're linked to the IRGC and we have reasonable information to assume that, get out.
The Indian trucker who took 16 lives in the Humboldt Broncos crash has taken advantage of every single one of those avenues. And it takes 8 years. It's taken 8 years. And still, after exhausting all of the options, he's claiming that he still doesn't want to go back. He still doesn't want to go back.
I don't care. Your feelings don't they don't matter to me.
They
But
shouldn't. They shouldn't. And yet we live here in Canada where the feelings of the brand new person who has never contributed to our society ever gets trumped. Or trumps what old school Canadians want for their country.
Like, and when we say,
national security.
And I was going to say, when we say IRGC, just replace the terrorist organization. Say Al Qaeda. Say ISIS. It's all the same. It is all the same.
Hezbollah, Hamas. Yes, pick up another group and put it in. It's wild.
They deported one, and they say, "Well, we can't get flights to deport them."
And yet they don't have
Liars.
They don't have any problem finding flights to get those people here.
Right.
Through COVID, when we were all ordered to stay home, we couldn't get on a jet wait to get anywhere. They did that. They brought in millions of people while the rest of us were ordered to stay home. They could do that, but they can't figure out how to send them back.
Right. Charter a flight. I don't care. Or send them to Gitmo. Fix the relationship with the Americans so we can send these people to Gitmo or to some other third country. I don't care. Just get them out of here and fast.
Yeah.
Because these people are shooting up the American consulate. They are shooting up the mosques. Excuse me. Nothing's happening to the mosques. They're shooting up the synagogues. The mosques are fine. It's almost like that's an indicator of who's doing all these things. We've got Premier Ford, who says the US Consulate shooting in downtown Toronto is, guess the word. Can you guess it?
Doug Ford? Unacceptable.
Yes, nailed it. Yes. Okay, let's watch this clip.
I want to begin by condemning the shooting at the US Consulate. I had a meeting actually planned with the Consul General, Baxter Hunt, and he's a very good man. We had to cancel it, but I can reassure the Consul General and our US friends and allies that we're going to throw everything at this. I had the opportunity to speak to the OPP commissioner, and he reassured me that he's working collaboratively with all 3 levels of government, our municipal police, our provincial, and our federal police. And I have all the confidence in the world that they're going to catch these criminals, and we're going to hold them accountable
Oh, yeah?
and they're going to face the full extent of the law. It's absolutely unacceptable what we've been seeing over
There
the
it
last week
There it is.
with the shootings
Unacceptable.
at synagogues, Jewish synagogues across the city in the 905. We're going to, again, throw every resource to hold these people to account. You know, folks, this is Ontario, Canada. We've never seen this in our entire lives. Shootings, no matter if it's the consulate or if it's places worship. And this goes for every single religion, no matter if
No.
it's
What is he talking about?
anti-Semitism, Islamophobia,
Like,
and every other religion. I always say we have 110 religions, and I will do the same if any other place of worship gets attacked. And again, it's unacceptable that we're seeing this in the greatest city, the greatest province, greatest country in the entire world. But we will not spare a penny to make sure we hold these people accountable. And we're going to go full steam at this.
God, I hope he finds the guy in charge. Like, you know, it's almost like, Doug, you're in charge of the Crown and the OPP. And maybe you could put some pressure on your friends in the Liberal Party, Mark Carney, when you guys are up at the cottage, being little spoon, big spoon, maybe you could bring this issue up. Maybe you could get a handle on your immigration problems. But also, do you think you could get immigration officials to deport these people? Because they are deemed inadmissible. Get rid of them. But he's, you know, like, and then he does the Norm Macdonald joke again, where it's like, imagine if Muslims detonated a nuclear bomb and killed millions of Americans. Think about the rise in Islamophobia. He did the meme. He did it.
He did and said the thing. He's going to commit every resource and has every confidence that the OPP and related, law enforcement agencies are going to be able to lick this right away. Well, that makes one of us, Doug. That makes one of us have a ton of confidence in this entire thing. And what is he even talking about, Sheila Gunn Reid? Toronto's never seen shootings before. Excuse me, Doug Ford. Every single day on this program, we talk about shootings in Toronto.
Right.
And you know what it ain't? You know who ain't shooting those guns? Legal gun owners. Yes.
People like me. Yeah.
What is he even talking about there?
Like, you've got a real spate of anti-Semitic shootings lately. And I think the reasons are obvious. But yes, there are tons of shootings in Toronto. And maybe he should ask Gary Anandasangari, my muse, my political muse these days, to do something about it, to focus resources not on people like me who are just minding our own business out here shooting beer cans in our spare time, to divert those resources to get a handle on the fact that Toronto is turning into Mogadishu more and more every day.
You would think Doug would be able to do this, but Doug doesn't seem to know who's in charge over there.
Right, Doug, who's
in
Ontario
charge
again? Yeah. Who's the premier again, Doug?
Who's that guy? We'll check in Doug's office and get back to you. But yeah, just wow, that was completely unattached. Just the word salad. Just the word salad. This is unacceptable. And
were we ever considering accepting it? Like, what does that even mean?
It's unacceptable.
It's unacceptable, you guys.
Unacceptable.
Gary Anandasangari, guess what he called it?
Tell me. Oh, wait. Oh. Is it, don't let me look. No, I'm under so much pressure. Gary Anandasangari would have called it concerning. Was I right?
No, he called it unacceptable also.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay.
The shooting that took place outside the US Consulate in Toronto early this morning is absolutely unacceptable. Also, Gary, I hope you find the guy in charge of public safety in this country.
Right.
Go looking for him.
Yeah.
Canada will never tolerate intimidation and violence of any kind, except
but here's the thing. This is not Canada. It was the American consulate.
Right.
So what you actually did there was victim shift onto yourself. Right. That's what you just did there, Gary. This is the territory of the Americans.
Right.
The consulate is the property of the nation that they're representing. And so what this could be looked at by the Americans is a legitimate act of terrorism that the Canadians, Gary Anandasangari amongst them, let happen on Canadian soil.
Right.
I wouldn't look too far past that. The Americans do not take kindly to this kind of
No.
behavior.
No,
And
and
yet,
yeah. And yesterday we talked about how the Israeli foreign minister is very concerned about what's happening to the Jewish community in Canada,
well,
and they're not just that, they're Minister of Diaspora Affairs, so
mhm,
sort of looks out for the Jews worldwide,
yeah,
very concerned with what's unfolding in Canada. I don't think Trump is going to take kindly to his American property being shot up in Toronto. And
truly
then
not.
Gary Nandasangri also says, we will not tolerate intimidation and violence of any kind, including towards our American friends in Canada. It's actually considered American soil in
Yes.
Canada.
This wasn't
And
an attack on Canadians.
yeah, and also maybe you should look in the mirror a little bit, Gary, because you've been all elbows up, we don't love our American friends anymore, and then all of a sudden you're calling them American friends. So what role do you play in this with your chronic anti-Americanism pointlessly all
Yeah.
the time? It enables this sort of stuff.
That's exactly right. And that he says there, we're thankful nobody was hurt. Well, yeah, we're thankful about that, but when they shoot up girls'
Right,
schools, we say the same thing.
right.
So that shouldn't be it shouldn't be the unit of measurement that we use, whether, we dodged a bullet here is what
Yeah.
happened. We dodged a bullet here.
Right. And if Donald Trump, oh, sorry, let's go Mark Carney and then we'll go to House of
Oh,
Commons staffer. The shots fired towards the United States consulate in Toronto early this morning are reprehensible acts of violence and an attempt at intimidation. I am relieved that no one was injured. The RCMP and federal agencies will devote all needed resources to support the Toronto police in their investigation and ensure that the perpetrators of these violent attacks are identified and brought to the full weight of justice. The thing is, the full weight of justice in Canada depends on your politics.
right.
And so will these people see long-term inside of a Canadian jail cell? I hope not. Or not, I hope not. I suspect they won't. I hope they do. This
Mhm.
weekend, our government's incident response group reviewed potential changes to the threat landscape in Canada and underlined the importance of continued vigilance to enhance domestic security. This sounds like more censorship laws are coming.
Yeah, it
Canada's
does.
Canada's new government you're not the new government. You're the same old government for 11 years. Stop
Yes.
saying this. Has
Yes.
taken bold action to strengthen law enforcement, and the criminal code will use every tool available to ensure the safety and security of our communities. Um, I'm worried that Pete Hegseth and the boys are going to have to get involved here, and I mean that in the nicest possible way. I don't think the Americans are going to trust Canadian law enforcement to actually do what they need to do here, and I wonder if the
Yeah.
FBI is going to get involved because, as the House of Commons staffer, who is a House of Commons staffer, but it's an anonymous account, points out, under the Vienna Convention, a consulate is considered territory of the guest country, which the host country has a duty to protect. And goes on to say, like, look, for all the bad things the liberals say about President Trump, a jingoistic president could easily consider this a terrorist attack, which Canada failed to stop. He hasn't quite said that yet, I don't believe. But if he were the big, mean 51st state Trump, he would just come in and deal with this.
Yes. Yeah, he would.
What you just watched is a clip from our daily interactive live news and opinion show. It's called Rebel Roundup. It airs Monday through Friday, 11 Mountain, 1 Eastern. Make sure you're subscribed and that you click the bell to never miss when we go live.